Well, that is not gonna fit by any means. Shipping off the Cardo. That's what this episode is gonna be about. What's up, everybody? This is Rev Sanity. I am trying a new mic position, so bear with me if the audio kind of sounds different or muffled or something. I'm still trying to figure out the correct mic placement. Right now I have it mounted on the inside of my right cheek pad. And I'm just having a hard time getting the audio to not clip, and the mic is really sensitive, and I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing is getting a recorder. I saw Chase on Two Wheels do his helmet setup, and I never really considered it until I was watching his videos, and his setup sounded really pro, and I do want to have like a little bit more of a professional sound to it. And I think the big issue is because on the GoPro you can't adjust the mic sensitivity. It's crazy with this whole brick that they made for the adapter, that they should be able to have some sort of like button or switch to where you can adjust the sensitivity of it, you know? So somebody from GoPro, if you're watching, maybe go with something like that. Make that sort of adjustment. That'd be sick. I just got in the mail yesterday my Sena 50R. So we were riding with the Cardo Pack Talk Slims, and those are actually really fantastic. The JBL speakers on it are very nice. Back when I was in California, I had the Sena 20S, and I always thought that was adequate. But you know, I started doing some research, and then, you know, as somebody that cares about audio quality and stuff, I read a lot of reviews about Cardo and how they were beating out Sena and their sound and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. You know, I know obviously JBL has a good following, good reputable name. But then the problem came when I was riding with a buddy of mine who has a Sena 10R, and the connections issues, like trying to mesh non-Cardo to Sena, or Sena to a non-Sena system, or Cardo to a non-Cardo system, however which way you want to look at it. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and try the Sena. And so I knew I wanted the 50R because I didn't want to have the jog wheel. That was like, it's convenient, but I like the more streamlined look at the 50R. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about Cardo versus Sena from a riding experience, such as today with the beautiful weather.
It's gonna rain!
So, Sena versus Cardo. What is right for you might be asking. For me, really the biggest issue was just about compatibility with other Sena products, or non-Cardo products in my case. And then when I went on a ride with my buddy Peter, trying to connect for like 10 minutes. And actually I saw a Photogrammer put up an episode where you could do a Discord for people with non-Senas, and it actually worked really great. But I couldn't listen to I could listen to my music, but he couldn't listen to his music while we were doing it. So it was just a pain. Like, I was like, you know what, I would rather just be able to power up, because it's not like we're riding with a massive group of riders. If we were riding with a big group of riders, that's a different story. I'd probably do that all day. But I just want something I can put on, press my intercom button, and then boom, we're all connected. Easy peasy, right? And the Cardo, you had to go through a little bit of a process to do that, even with Cardo systems. I mean, everybody's got to press and hold a certain button, and then the leader of the group has to press it has to press the intercom button one time, and I'm like, man, I don't know, it's a little bit too much. Now, the clarity. So on the Cardo, I was using the wired mic, the little one that it's like that big, and then you just tape it to the front of the mic or wherever, or the helmet, or wherever you want to tape it to. And now I'm using the boom mic, and I don't know whether or not it was because we didn't use the boom mic before, but I feel like the boom mic has a lot more clarity on it. I feel like you can get more of the natural voice out of it. Good God, this is awful, man. I just gotta get to the post office, y'all. I wonder if this is that Trump rally thing. Dadgummit, they're having like a Trump something. So yeah, the boom mic brings out the super good clarity. I think the biggest thing is also mic positioning. That seems to be like the biggest culprit for everything, right? Is mic positioning, and also the microphone itself, to be fair. All I remember is like whenever Peter was talking, I could hear him over everything, and I was like, man, he's like way too loud. And then that was another thing, I couldn't hear my wife. I don't know if there was some sort of interference between the two or what. You could not hear her hardly at all. He could hear her fine, or better, I guess. She was still kind of quiet, but I don't know. So we'll see what the boom mic does. So I can't really, it's kind of like an unfair comparison because I didn't use the boom mic on the Cardo. But what I can tell you is that was a nice Porsche. I can tell you that I just used the boom mic now, and I was talking to somebody on my phone just a second ago, and they told me that they could hear me just great. Thank you for your service, ma'am. But I didn't switch out to the boom mic on the Cardo because I knew I was going to be getting a 50R anyway, because I wanted to have more compatibility with the other riders that I ride with. Now the sound clarity was actually wonderful, very good. You know, JBL kind of boasts like their good bass response. I wouldn't really listen to that. If you're riding at speeds, you're not going to get much bass at all, let's just be honest with you. But they do have a new 45mm headphones or whatever that you can upgrade to. I didn't try that, but if anything, I imagine you're going to get at least a little bit louder. I don't know about the bass response. You know, it says it's a higher bass response. Again, I don't really listen to that because usually I'm going, you know, 50 plus miles an hour. And unless I had like an entire speaker system in my helmet, I doubt it's going to drive anything. But the clarity of the Sena is not bad either, though. I feel like the Sena is crisper. Like there's more clarity to the voice or to the sound than Cardo. And Cardo is good, it's just there. I don't know, it just doesn't sound good in my opinion. Well, as good, as clear. It sounds great, don't get me wrong, it just doesn't sound as clear as the Sena does in my opinion. Again, maybe some of that worked out with the 45mm headphones, I don't know. Maybe one of you guys can drop it in the comments and let us know what your impression of it is. All right, let's go in here and ship off the Cardo. Please don't hit me. I like your Land Rover.
I was about to say, I love your bike.
Hey, you know, all black, you know, that's what you got. But yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, clarity, audio clarity. Audio clarity was great on both. Bass response, wouldn't really listen to that. I will say that the EQ is probably more bass heavy, trying to drown out some of the high frequencies. Sena sounds really clear. I know Sena also has some new speakers that you can upgrade to. Now the intercom pairing mode, I will give that edge to Sena 100%. The ability to just sit there and hold your middle button to connect to the audio or to connect to the intercom group, flawless. Now one thing I will say for the Cardo, at least for the Pack Talk Slim, so this could be a con and a pro, which depending on, you know, whichever way you look at it, but the pro for me was that it was very streamlined. You can even see it in my reflection right here. This right here sticks out a little bit more than the Cardo did, and I don't know if maybe that's generating some more wind noise. Of course, once I get a voice recorder, that probably may not be an issue. Cardo is way more streamlined, but with a caveat. So with the Slim, it's got a battery pack that goes on the back of your helmet, and here is a con for sure. The con is that the Slim is only compatible with certain helmets. Now, if you go to the Cardo's website, you look at the Pack Talk Slim, and then you can search your helmet to see whatever helmet you have to see if it's compatible. I had a Shoei RF 1200 when I first bought it, and it was not compatible. And so I had to find on YouTube a way to modify the clamps that it comes with. It comes with two clamps, a long and a short. So depending on what helmet you have. Now, if you have a Shoei RF SR, like I have, it'll work just fine. That's part of the reason why I got the RF SR. So make sure that your bike is compatible. Whereas the Sena comes with a little clamp on there, and they're pretty much can mount to any bike that's got a shell and a liner. But all in all, you know, overall they're both great products. I think I would pretty much rate them about the same. I would give Sena the edge personally. I've used them before, so maybe that's some of my bias coming out. but also the ease of being able to connect to other Sena products was a little bit easier, and the fact that more people that I ride with use Sena. So, you know, if you're in the UK or somewhere over in Europe, you know, I think a lot of people in Europe use the Cardo more than Sena, just from what I was gathering or researching and stuff. And it seems like more of us in America use Senas. So my winner, the Sena 50R. But I don't know. You check and see what you like. You make your own decision. Don't let anybody make a decision for you. I'm just over here trying to give an unbiased opinion. If it were up to me, and if I was selling somebody one of the two, I would just ask, what does your group ride with? Do they mainly ride with Sena, or do they mainly ride with Cardo? And then go off of that. And then whatever fits your budget too. That's another big thing. One more thing I forgot to talk about the Sena versus the Cardo is the battery life. I'm able to go, like if I have it on the whole time, or if I'm listening to music, especially if I'm listening to music, I got like, I don't remember exactly how many hours, but I could ride almost a full week before the battery warning light indicator came on. So that was kind of nice. I haven't had any issues with the Sena yet either, but I think they said there's like 13 hours of talk time and 9 hours of intercom time if you're on intercom. I may do another review after a couple months of it, you know, just like Sena 50R after 6 months or whatever. Because I'm riding every day, boys. Alright, you guys, well, I really appreciate you guys checking me out and watching my videos. So if you'll do me a favor, it really helps out the channel and it helps me interact with you guys as well. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then click the notification bell so you don't miss any more episodes, alright? You guys be decent. Peace.